Hi, I'm here with David Stokes of Brace Audio, and he's going to tell us what makes the Brace Wireless so good. David?
What makes the Brace Wireless so good is that we were very focused on our design from the beginning. We have a very strong engineering team that was able to meet some very strict goals on the design. One, it was great audio. Two, simple to use, reliable, and affordable. The engineering team comprised of two world-class engineers that have spent years developing products in Silicon Valley for telecommunications, for video, and for audio. Scott Young, our Chief Technology Officer, is well known in the Valley for his development of the set-top box that sits on almost every television today. Some of the core technology sits there, and also at the head ends at the TV stations. He also developed chips that are running the backbone for running the internet in Europe, Freenet. So he's got over 20 years of experience in high-tech development of both chips and products, and he's taken that plus his love of music and audio to bring, and he focused it and brought it to bear to bring out the DWG 1000 that provides awesome wireless connection for the guitar and for the bass.
Tell us about the other engineers as well as yourself.
Dobie Lamb is another engineer that has quite a bit of credentials in his path. He's an analog engineer from Silicon Valley. His claim to fame, and this is pretty technical, but the guys in networking would know it. He was the very first person to develop a 10 gigabit Ethernet SerDes, which allows your high-speed networking to happen in home and business. He is instrumental in bringing together the analog aspects of our design and has been with the company since the beginning.
And what about you?
My name is David Stokes. I've had years of experience of building products that in both the professional music industry and in the consumer. To my own horn, I've had 3 Best in Shows at Macworld plus World Class Awards, the PC World Class Award, among other accommodations. So we've all came together and we ended up bringing our very first product here to NAMM, which is the DWG 1000.
What makes the DWG 1000 so good, David?
I think the number one thing is we don't mess with your tone. We spent months tweaking with the audio analog front end and back end circuitry to make sure that whatever your tone is that you've settled on, that you love as a guitarist or a bass player, it doesn't color it or change it. What you hear through a cable is what you're going to hear through our unit.
And what is the technology you're using? Is this analog or digital?
This is a digital technology. The transport system is 2.4 gigahertz. We use that so it's an open spectrum. It will work. It's certified both here in Europe. It will work anywhere. Part of our secret sauce is to make sure too that no matter what your environment is, there can be a lot of Wi-Fi networks. You can have cell phones or even microwave ovens, which is the worst for Wi-Fi. Your connection is going to be true. With Brace, you don't get dropouts no matter where you are. And not only that, your sound is reproducible from venue to venue. When you finally wire in the sound you like, everywhere you go, it's going to sound the same.
And are there any advantages of having a digital wireless tone-wise over an analog wireless?
I think the biggest difference is it will not color your sound. Analog will change from day to day, and it will also change from venue to venue. What you'll find with the Brace DWG 1000 is it's repeatable. You're never going to be surprised. It's going to always sound the same no matter how hostile the environment is. We have bands touring the country and Europe into environments where the wireless is very difficult, and we've had 0 complaints. In fact, we have people coming saying, gee, I didn't think it'd work here, and it just works perfect.
Now, I noticed that it says that it doesn't use any companding. What is companding, and is that an advantage or disadvantage?
We don't use companding in our system because it does change your tone and sound. In fact, it's not necessary for our system at all. The way we've designed the system and through the digital, we wanted to reproduce the tone as clear as possible. So that's another advantage with our system is there is no companding, and that will make sure that your sound stays true.
Now, I noticed there's no on-off switch, there's no channel selectors. Please explain why.
We wanted to keep this unit was designed for the everyday gigging musician. We wanted to just throw it in the gig bag. You're off work, you run home, you grab your gig bag, you head off to your club. So we said, here it is, make it nice and simple, no switches. Some guys might want to put it in their pocket, so we didn't want it to turn off. So what we designed here was a unit that's just plug and play. You don't need channels because it automatically selects the channels for you. In fact, we have 65,000 unique ideas you can choose from, and you can use up to 10 units at any given time. So what you can see right here, I just plugged them in, they're bonded, and look, you're ready to play. This was designed for the guy who didn't have time for setups. There's nobody there going before him to set up a wireless system. Now he can have wireless system with just plugging in 2 units. The units turn off when you pull out the cable. The nice thing about this too is everybody in the band that needs wireless can have it, and they can just each plug it in. It automatically checks, sets them to the right channels, and they're off and playing.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say about Brace Wireless?
Yeah, one other thing about the product is you can use multiple transmitters to each receiver. You can have multiple guitars up on stage and simply unplug your first guitar, plug in the second, and you're off and running.
Thank you very much. This is David Stokes and Randy Fuchs for Brace Audio.